Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well today. I just wanted to make a quick video to discuss a guitar that I just purchased and talk about something that I struggled with prior to purchasing it, and hopefully it'll help you if you also struggle with something similar. Now, this is just about guitars. This could be related to something else, maybe a different instrument or maybe a car or something like that, but I digress. Here's the guitar. It's a Fender Player Series Telecaster in Tide Pool Blue, and this configuration has the dual humbucker pickups. I'm going to put it off camera now because it does have a gloss finish on the fingerboard and I don't want that reflecting in the camera. Okay, so I used to be very spec driven, spec oriented, if you will. So does a guitar have stainless steel frets? Does a guitar have locking tuners? Does a guitar have a roasted maple neck? Things like that. If a guitar didn't have certain specs, I wasn't even going to consider it. Now, that put me inside of a box where it really limited the guitar options, and I tried a few guitars that met those specs, but I just didn't vibe with it for whatever reason. Maybe the neck was too thin, another spec that I probably should have considered, or maybe the carve on the guitar wasn't as comfortable, which I did have that issue with, unfortunately, with one guitar. But I digress. I got this guitar and I knew full well it didn't have any of those specs that I just listed. Now, I do plan to put locking tuners on this guitar because it just makes string changes easier, but that's beside the point right now. I just want to encourage you to not necessarily be spec driven, because you might spec out a dream guitar and you might get the guitar and realize it just doesn't vibe with you for whatever reason. Maybe the guitar is super comfortable, it sounds great and looks great, but maybe you just don't vibe with it for whatever reason. That is entirely possible. So just don't be discouraged by that, because I was super discouraged when I was getting guitars and they met my spec requirement, but for whatever reason I didn't enjoy playing it. I didn't feel motivated to play it. And when I look at this guitar, I see it, I'm like, wow, that's a really pretty color. I like the way it looks. I like the way it feels. It's super comfortable, super smooth, and I like the way it sounds. And I mean, those are the three important things, if you, in my opinion, when getting a guitar, is the sound, the look, and the feel. And that could be applied to anything, like with a car. Do you like the way it looks? Do you like the way it handles? Things like that. So don't be so spec driven. Don't put so much stock in specs, because you may be surprised. You might find a guitar that you really vibe with and enjoy playing, and it doesn't have what you would traditionally want in a guitar. So I love playing it. Maybe I'll make a full review later on, but I just wanted to make a quick video on that. And yes, again, I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but it does still have the plastic on the pickups and the pick guard, so that's how new it is. I haven't taken that off yet, but it's been a joy to play. Huge thank you to Sweetwater and Patrick for helping me get this guitar. I appreciate it. I hope you all have a wonderful day or evening wherever you're at. Take care. Peace and blessings.